everybody. Welcome back to the Ball and Breakfast Podcast with Wayne and Patrick. Signing on again here. We took some lumps in week one as far as our predictions went. We can give a shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for absolutely obliterating the New York Giants. I think Wayne and I both picked the Giants in an upset on that one. And, when it's 40-0, I think you can put your tail between your legs and, you know, knock your head down a little bit and kind of admit where you're wrong and things like that. But yeah, I think we did okay going down the board from last week in week one. We're gonna incorporate some of the findings we saw in the first week of football into this week two prediction series. Again, we're gonna go down the line of all the games coming up for this week, give you the insights that we see, carry over stuff from week one, and just have fun with it as we always do. We'll close out with a final thought. So I guess without further ado, we'll look at this Thursday's game coming up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Wayne, who do you have here?
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Yeah, no, in regards to all the shellackings, bring it on, bring all the comments. I'm on all in favor for all that. I know we picked the Giants and they got thrashed, so bring it on. I think I engaged with a couple people on there, so love to hear from all the trash talking and shit talking and keeping us in line. So, um, yeah, with regards to Vikings and Eagles, I mean, for me, I have to pick the Eagles on this one. The Eagles looked, pretty good overall, I think, right? Uh, so, for me, I have to go with the Eagles here. I think the Vikings, there's some injuries on their offensive line that I think could hurt them, and Kirk Cousins, not the best game, for sure. I mean, they lost, so I think he had like three turnovers, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, just not the best game from Kirk Cousins, not the best effort there. So I feel like this one, I think the line was, last time I checked, was at 7. I think the Eagles could probably push that, So for me, I know the Eagles, that being said, I think that they've had some injuries on the defensive side. N'Kobe Dean looks like he might be out. James Bradbury, but I think they got some fillers in there with Nicholas Murrow, who has some starting experience, and then also uh, Jacoby as well. So I feel like they could kind of surpass that with an already strong defense that the Eagles have. So for me, gotta go with the Eagles here in this Thursday night matchup too. I think that's a key component, is just the better team, and then also short week. I feel like you got to go with the a team like the Eagles here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm in full agreement here. Eagles, went on the road to New England, got that tough, fought victory there. Feels like Jalen Hurts didn't even have to ramp himself up to full capacity in that one. Kind of looking to Kenneth Gainwell as being maybe their new feature back there. Obviously, disperse the ball enough around, to the wide receiver core. I mean, Devontae Smith got a score. AJ Brown looked solid enough. And Jake Elliott, 4 for 4 in field goals. It kind of felt like overall they're getting help from all ends. We know about the defense. It was notorious last year at just shutting down teams. And yeah, with Minnesota just not looking super sharp in game one, a little rocky against a team that we don't think is really going to do much in the Tampa Bay Bucs. I feel like we can dig into all the analytics we really want here, but Philly at home, first game in Philly for the season for them, and kind of going up a team against a team in the Minnesota Vikings that has lost a lot of key contributors from last year and just kind of feels like a very middle of the road type team.
Yeah, I kind of feel down about the Vikings now. I think we could definitely talk about our last place NFC North team for both of us and everything that we had. But man, this Vikings team did not start off pretty well. So I don't feel too good about them right now. I might pivot and have them finishing last if maybe there was not another NFC North team that looked pretty damn bad too this past week. So, hey, it's week one. Let's not panic. Let's not panic. Everything's fine. But at the same time, at least in this first 2 weeks, I feel like, yeah, Vikings are going to start at 0-2. I just think that everything's kind of aligning towards that for them.
Yeah, I mean, personally for them, if they have expectations this year of doing anything playoff wise, I think they should be panicking. I mean, for those types of fans, because I don't see where they made improvements. I don't see where this team improves upon, a lot of the, close fought victories they had last year, getting to 13 wins, kind of an early exit first round. Feels like the juju's a little bit off. Jay Jets didn't sign the extension. So, it seems like he's probably 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Feels like a similar situation for Stephon Diggs in Buffalo. It's kind of like if everybody's not really all in, especially their top key performers, I mean, that's going to be, hard year, and he'll put up his numbers, but he may not have his full heart in it, which is definitely going to impact them. But, with Philly too, the only other thing I'd say is, they lost Javon Hargrave. People have been talking about how his defense may have taken a hit from last year, but Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter each got a sack last week, which I thought, you know, first games in, kind of filling in those, shoes, it did pretty well. So, New England's no pushover when it comes to how they run their offense, their team. So, just in general, I feel like Philly's, next man up kind of attitude's going to work well for them. And yeah, they're riding the high from, performing really well in last year's Super Bowl, coming up a little bit short. I think they're, really hungry to kind of get established here.
Yeah, no, it was interesting that Gainwell got like a majority of the carries there, right? All the DeAndre Swift fantasy owners probably felt a little distraught, but no, to your point, this Eagles team, I think they performed fine. Again, the Patriots, at Foxborough, that's always a tough matchup there. So I feel like if I'm an Eagles fan going into week 2 here, kind of even with all the injuries. Hopefully that's not too severe. I think with Kobe Dean and James Bradbury, it might be like a couple weeks there. But yeah, having to your point, like Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis having sacks there, I think that's really good for their young defensive talent that they have there. For all the Georgia people. So no, a good overall win, I think, from the Eagles standpoint. And yeah, it should be. I don't know. I think that a 7 point spread. I feel like they can definitely beat that here.